Next, let's talk about the identifier. Python has strict rules for variable names. We have seen what are variables. A variable name is one example of an identifier. An identifier is a word used to name things or variables values. So variable name is usually known as identifier. But in Python, identifiers are bound with the strict rules. Identifiers have the following rules. Let us see one by one. An identifier must contain at least one character. The first character of an identifier must be an alphabetic letter, whether it may be an uppercase or lowercase. Or the first character of an identifier must be an underscore, or it must be an alphabet, or it must be the underscore. So alphabets are from capital A to Z or from small letters A to Z, or just an underscore. The third rule, the remaining characters may be alphabetic characters, the underscore, or a digit. Means we can use multiple underscores while naming an identifier, and also the digits from 0 to 9. The next rule is no other characters are permitted in identifiers. Means placing the spaces or backslash or forward slash or parenthesis or square bracket or curly brackets, whatever it may be, they are not allowed in identifiers. And last but not the least, but very important, the rule is the reserved word cannot be used as an identifier, but we can modify these reserved words as per our requirement and use as an identifier. We talk about this later. Let us see what are reserved keywords. Python reserves a number of words for special use that could otherwise be used as identifiers. They are called as reserved words or keywords. These words are special and are used to define the structure of Python programs and statements. Here we can see the list of Python keywords. There are 35 keywords in Python. Now let us see the practical work for creating the identifiers. If I type x is equal to 10, Python evaluated this as the valid identifier. Next, x2. As per our rule, identifier must begin with an alphabet or underscore and then the digit. So x2 is equal to 20 is also an valid identifier. And the third one, let us type some other value, total is equal to 100. It is also an valid identifier because it has no spaces or special characters. Now let us create one more keyword with the underscore. So it is an valid identifier. If I use underscore initially, underscore and then text, for example a is equal to 10, it is also considered as an valid identifier. So as per our rule, the first character should start with the alphabet or underscore. Suppose if we use space or hyphen while creating the identifiers, interpreter will throw an error. For example, sub hyphen total is equal to 100. If I press enter, I got the syntax error. Cannot assign to expression here. Maybe you meant double is equal to. means is it equal to instead of is equal to. So how to read double equal? Is it equal to, single equal, equal to. So if you find double equal, it is nothing but equality check. It is used in Boolean expression, either true or false. It is read as is it equal to, is the left value, is it equal to the right value. Whereas single equal assignment is used to assign the value which is in the right side to the variable which is in the left side. So here you can see, for example, text value which is in the right side is assigned to the variable which is in the left side. This is nothing but an assignment statement. Double equal is to check the equality of the left variable with the right variable. So here with respect to the identifiers, I have made a mistake. I have used hyphen. This is the special characters. As per our identifiers creating rule, this is not allowed. So I got an error, syntax error. Suppose if I use the same subtotal with the underscore is equal to 100, we can see underscore is allowed. So Python evaluates it as an identifier. Suppose if I use the space, first entry is equal to 1, again I got an syntax error because space is not allowed inside the identifiers. So here is the space, and identifier should not begin with the digit, either float or integer. For example, if I use 2 and all, second all, to all is equal to welcome, again I got syntax error because identifier should not begin with the numbers or any of the digits. Okay. Next, finally, if we use the reserved keyword, it will throw an error. For example, if is the reserved keyword, as soon as I type the reserved keyword, you can notice the color change in the character or in the word. So if word color has been changed, it means that it is an reserved keyword. If I type true, so the color of the reserved keyword has been changed. I cannot use these reserved keywords as identifiers. If we try to use these reserved keywords, we will get an error. True is equal to true. Syntax error. Cannot assign to true because it is an reserved keyword. Python won't tell whether it is an reserved keyword or unreserved keyword. It won't tell the exact reason, but it can only tell the error, what kind of error it is an. So it is nothing but the syntax error. So from that we can conclude that while creating the identifiers, the first keynote is we should not begin the keyword with the numbers or spaces or special characters. The second keynote is we cannot use the reserved keyword as an identifier. If we want to use the reserved keyword as an identifier, we need to modify it. For example, here I have used true, the reserved keyword, and I got an error. Suppose if I want to use the true as my identifier inside the code, I need to modify it. Let us see how to modify it. So here is the capital character true in the word true. Suppose if I type small letter t instead of the capital T in true word, Then if I try to assign the same text, interpreter will evaluate it because reserved keywords are case sensitive. If the reserved keyword begins with the upper letter or upper character, it should as the upper character, otherwise it will not be treated as the reserved keyword. So here I have used small t, so interpreter did not treat it as an reserved keyword. Similarly, if is the reserved keyword. So if begins with the small character. Suppose if I change the first character to a capital letter like I, so you can notice that there is no change in the color. It means that you can change the characters of the reserved keyword and then use as the identifiers. We can also use underscores, digits along with the reserved keywords or in association with the reserved keyword to make them as the identifiers. For example, if is the reserved keyword, you can notice the change in color. But what if I use the digit 1 with this if statement? Notice that the color has changed, and if I assign a value, if 1 is equal to 1, interpreter has evaluated it. So this means we can modify the reserved keywords as per our requirement, and we should not use the reserved keywords as it is to make them as an identifiers. So I hope you got what are nothing but the reserved keywords and how we can modify these reserved keywords to use as an identifiers.